Hey guys, welcome to today's video. We're heading into Judge Anzalone's courtroom to tackle a question sovereign citizens never seem prepared for. What happens when their antics collide with a case that involves a real victim? Spoiler alert, once the fantasy collapses and the facts hit the table, our sovereign strategist starts bracing himself for a very real, very lengthy prison sentence.
I can actually stack those possibly. So you potentially could be looking at up to 25 years in prison. Mr. Musgrove, you want to come up to the podium, please. This is in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Brian Joseph Musgrove, file number 23-21461FH. I have Isaac Sneed appearing on behalf of the people, and I have Michael Dagger Margosian appearing on behalf of Mr. Musgrove. Mr. Dagger Margosian might, oh, there he is. So, Mr. Dagger Margosian, this is a date and time set for pre-trial in this matter. Mr. Musgrove said that he was appearing on his own behalf. I did verify he is not an attorney, and you are still the attorney of record. So, Mr. Dagger Margosian, how do you wish to proceed?
Well, Your Honor, I am aware that Mr. Musgrove wants to present information to the court. I'm happy to be standby counsel if he wants to represent himself. Obviously, this court would have to go through the colloquy of that, but obviously it's Mr. Musgrove's legal right to at least ask the court to do that. So I'm here to observe at this point.
All right. So, Mr. Musgrove, when you were at the bench or up at the podium before, you said that you were appearing on behalf of yourself. So, Mr. Musgrove, are you asking to no longer have counsel represent you?
Well, what I'm understanding is that the courts is a private for-profit.
So, Mr. Musgrove, I know where you're going with this, and none of that is valid. None of that is law.
I'm not the all caps name. Of course,
none of that is valid. None of that is law. You are standing in my courtroom. I have jurisdiction over you.
Tough break. The judge isn't falling for your all-caps sovereign script, and honestly, it's a shame more of these self-styled legal philosophers don't wander into Judge Anzalone's courtroom. She has absolutely zero patience for pseudo-legal theatrics, and even less tolerance for sovereign word salad performances. She cuts straight through the nonsense, and today is no exception.
So,
I tried to file paperwork with the clerk's office ahead of time so that you would have time to review it, and they denied me.
I know what you're talking about. None of that is valid under the law of the state of Michigan or the Constitution of the United States of America.
What do you mean it is?
No.
The Supreme Court says it is.
What does it say it is?
The Supreme Court says that if we were at the age of 18, we were supposed to claim our minor status.
Nope, not valid.
Okay.
So here's what I would say to you. Mr. Dagger Margosian is, like most of our public defenders, exceptional attorneys and very well versed in the law and very experienced. He gives legal advice. You may not like the legal advice, but it's usually good advice. I've never had anyone from the public defender's office not wholeheartedly try to represent their clients. So what you are talking about is not valid, and it is not going to get you out of this case. You're not going to be able to say all those things because it's not valid.
Everyone involved in this court case has a financial interest in the case.
I don't have a financial interest in your case. I get paid by the state of Michigan, whether you plead, whether it gets dismissed. I don't make any money off you.
She's not wrong. When you break it down, the only person with any real financial stake in this outcome is the defendant himself. After all, it's pretty difficult to earn a living when you're staring down the possibility of spending the next few decades behind bars. The court isn't cashing in on anything. He's the one with everything to lose.
We have budgets. The court system is not a profit-generating revenue. We are here to represent people so that people who are charged with crimes are protected, people who are victims of crimes are protected, and that's why we have all
in
these.
order for there to be a crime, there has to be a victim. There is no.
Well, there is a victim in this case
The victim would be the company.
You are charged.
I can't face
Ashley, just hold on. So your crime that you are charged with, which you are innocent as of this time, let me grab the right file, is failure. Oh, this is let me see. This is an embezzlement charge. So you are charged in count 1 with embezzlement 50,000 or more, but less than 100,000. That being an agent, servant, or employee of Hardwoods of Michigan Industries did convert to your own use without the consent of your employer or principal industrial tools and equipment in the amount of $68,938.40 or money or equipment. And that's a 15-year felony. So if you are found guilty by a jury, you can go to prison for up to 15 years.
Last time I checked, embezzlement is a crime, and not just any crime, but one with a very real, very measurable victim. But don't get comfortable, because that's not the full story. There's more layered on top of this mess, and it only gets worse from here.
You're charged in count 2 with using a computer to commit a crime. To facilitate the charge in count 1, that carries a maximum penalty of up to 10 years in prison. And the way the statute's set up, I can actually stack those possibly. So you potentially could be looking at up to 25 years in prison. So the victim that's alleged in this would be that business.
Right, and I can't face that accuser because that business can't get on the stand for me to ask questions, and a third party.
But their
can't stand
representative
it.
can. Yes, they can. Yes,
They
they
can?
can. Yes, they
Okay.
can.
And once again, the judge is absolutely right. I see this all the time in courtroom footage. Someone starts a business, turns it into an LLC, and only after getting sued do they suddenly discover they can't represent it themselves. The law treats the corporation as its own separate person, which means it needs an actual attorney, not a DIY courtroom warrior. And now Judge Anzalone is about to remind this guy, slowly, clearly, and without mercy, that he is, without question, the least informed person in the room.
So I have $189,000 of student loan debt that was forgiven to be a lawyer. You do not. And Mr. Dagger Margosian, Mr. Isaac Sneed, all of the attorneys here went to law school to know the law, and their job is to advise you of the law. So
Yeah,
yes, they
they're
can.
going-
Yes,
they're
you
going
can
by
be charged.
Everything, all
You
the
can't-
laws and statutes that you guys go by
Are
for
legal.
corporations. They're for
Still a crime. Still a crime.
But I'm not
Still a
a business
crime.
corporation, I'm a living person.
Yep, and that's why you're standing in front of me. If you were dead, the case would be dismissed.
Yeah, the all caps name is that.
That means nothing. That's not valid. It's
Okay.
not legal. So, do you want to represent yourself, or do you want to have an attorney to represent you?
I need some time to think.
Okay, so I'm going to set this for another pretrial on March 20th at 8:30 in the morning. And Miss Adams, could I get a notice of hearing for Mr. Musgrove?
All right, that wraps up today's video, but trust me, this saga is just getting started. Another hearing is already on the calendar for the next couple of weeks, and while our sovereign citizen may have changed his status to live on the land, he managed to step right off his imaginary canoe and plunge headfirst into a fast-moving river of trouble.
To 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you.
2024, officers were dispatched to 11910 Chetman Drive in Harris County, Texas. The complainant, the mother of the defendant, told the officers that her 11-year-old son, the second complainant, was riding his bike down the street when he passed the defendant. Complainant 2 and the defendant know each other. When they passed, the defendant began insulting the son, and the defendant pulled what appeared to be a tan handgun from his waistband and pointed it at the second complainant while making remarks about shooting him. After the second complainant told his family about what happened, they went to look for the defendant and confronted him. The defendant reached into his waistband again, but the complainant's family was able to wrestle the gun away, which turned out to be a BB gun. The officers noted that the BB gun appeared to be very similar to a real gun in appearance.
Judge Alexander, are you here with anyone today? Sure. Who are you here with?
My mom.
Go grab her, please. Go grab your mom.
Your mom? Yeah. Come on up.
Come on up, Mom.
Judge meet an 18-year-old who walks into court like he owns the place. From the first seconds, the judge locks onto his attitude, calling out the arrogance before even touching the charges. And when she finally lays out the threat allegations, the entire mood shifts. This is where the tension starts building, and trust me, it only escalates from here.
Good morning.
Hi. Thank you so much for coming.
No problem.
Did you hear everything that happened?
Some of it, I couldn't hear all of it.
Let's hear it again. Okay, do you mind, please?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thanks.
On September 23rd, officers were dispatched to 11910 Chetman Drive in Harris County, Texas. The complainant, the mother of the 13-year-old boy, told the officers that her son was riding down the street riding his bike when the son passed the defendant. The complainant and the defendant know each other, and when they passed, the defendant began insulting the son, and the defendant pulled what appeared to be a tan handgun from his waistband and pointed it at the complainant while making remarks about shooting him. After the complainant told his family about what happened, they went to look for the defendant and confronted him. The defendant reached into the waistband again, but the complainant's family was able to wrestle away the gun, which turned out to be a BB gun. The officers noted the BB gun appeared to be very similar to a real gun in appearance.
Lucky he's not charged with aggravated assault. You know, they could charge you with a very serious offense where you're looking at serious time in prison. You're lucky they didn't, Mr. Alexander. How old are you, sir? You're 18. What do you do with yourself these days? Spit the gum out, man.
You chewing gum?
Your attitude toward me right now, Mr. Alexander, it really, really sucks. You have an air of arrogance on you. Either that or... Has he been with you all morning?
I'm sorry?
Has he been with you all morning?
Yes, yes.
If I drug test you right now, what's going to show up, Mr. Alexander?
The courtroom shifts into reconstruction mode as the full probable cause report is read out again, this time with the mother standing right beside him. The story gets heavier: an alleged threat, a BB gun that looked real, and a family wrestling it away. The details paint a sharper picture, and you can feel the judge recalculating her impression as the mother braces for what comes next.
What's going to show up? I'm sending him for a drug and alcohol test right now. I'd like to know what, if anything, is in his system. We have to... I don't even know what to say, but all I know...
I mean, you brought me up here, so do I have permission to speak?
Absolutely.
Okay, so respectfully, I would submit that these are the alleged charges. There is extenuating circumstances, and the report from the complainant is actually not accurate. That family has actually made verbal and written threats to my son, and we have proof of that. So while I understand that these sound quite egregious, it is not the whole story.
I understand. And I know that there's always two sides to a story. I get it. And you will have the opportunity. But within the first 5 minutes that I've met him, his behavior towards me, his demeanor, the way he looks, just...
That's anxiety. He's standing in the courtroom. He's standing in the courtroom for the first time. And he doesn't have his attorney. He doesn't have an attorney yet. And this is a process that's foreign to him. So what I would,
The tension spikes as the judge finally addresses what she's been sensing since the start, an attitude she won't tolerate. She questions his behavior, threatens an immediate drug test, and presses for answers he clearly doesn't want to give. His mother jumps in, trying to frame it as anxiety, but the judge isn't convinced. This becomes the first real collision between authority and youth.
implore from you is don't take his demeanor as disrespect. It is, he is anxious. He's been anxious all morning. He has been with me all morning, and he doesn't really know what to say. So I understand that you're getting a first impression from him, but he is still a very young adult, and this is his first experience in a courtroom.
Right. I agree with you. Mr. Alexander, what you need to understand is that you're 18. You've got this bag of money on your neck, and this life is but a very, very short. Look at me. Look at me. This life is a very short one, and it can be a very happy life, or it can be a rotten, miserable existence of a life. What you do now will dictate the next 40 to 50 years of your life. You work hard now at 18 to 20 to 30 to maybe 40, so that you're not working like a dog when you're 70 to 80, and you can actually have a life and retire. This, by picking up criminal cases at 18, you're moving backwards. How far did you even make it in high school?
He's uncomfortable talking to me, asking me to answer.
I want you to answer. I want to get to know you, Mr. Alexander. I want to know what's sorry?
Said 11th grade, Your
He said
Honor.
11th grade.
The judge goes from stern to almost parental, laying out a blunt roadmap of what an 18-year-old's choices can turn into. She talks about life being short, the danger of drifting backward, and how criminal cases at this age set the stage for decades. It's part warning, part lecture, and part plea for him to understand the severity of the moment staring him in the face.
You need an education, Mr. Alexander. If you're going to do anything in this life, you need an education.
I got my education.
I want to do everything I can to help you out. Okay? I really do. If he's smoking weed, it stops today. Okay? I'm going to drug test him right now because I want to know what, if anything, is in his system. If he tests positive, then I'm going to test him again in 40 days, give or take. The marijuana stops now. And I want him to get back in school. He either needs to be in school full-time or get a full-time job so that he's not running in the streets. Mr. Alexander, I am also making it a condition of your bond that you're not allowed to have any kind of weapons whatsoever for any reason. I can give you a lawyer to try to help you out as much as I can, and I will waive all your fees so you won't be responsible for any cost for anything.
Thank you.
All I want is him to be as productive and as good of a person as he can be. And starting out with criminal cases at 18 and to where he can't even talk to me, we need to change that.
If I just make a comment about the bond conditions.
Sure, of course.
I've done I called the complainant's mother in this case a few days ago and kind of spoke to her about what happened. And I learned that there is a history between this family and the defendant. Back in the summer, this defendant stole a gun out of the complainant's house. He asked to enter the house under the guise that his mother had kicked him out, went into one of the complainant's uncle's bedrooms and stole a gun. He FaceTimed the complainant's uncle a few days later, flashing the gun, telling them that he was going to come hit up the house while flashing the gun at him. They used to walk to the same bus stop. They used to come out of the same bus stop, the complainant and this defendant. The complainant is terrified of the defendant. We've asked for no contact. We've also asked for GPS monitoring because of that. They don't attend the same school, but they were stopping at the same bus stop. Now the complainant asks that his uncle walks into the school bus every day because he is so scared of the defendant. And as I think is mentioned in the PC statement, the complainant in this case is 13 years old.
Was there a police report filed for that incident?
There was. I have the incident number.
For that one you're referring to about the gun?
Yes, where the gun was stolen.
What happened? They didn't follow it up. They didn't call the police. They didn't, theft of a firearm is a very serious felony.
According to the complainant's mother,
The prosecutor drops a bombshell that changes the tone entirely. Suddenly, this isn't just about a BB gun. There's a past allegation of him stealing a real firearm, flashing it over FaceTime, and threatening to hit up a house. The complainant is now said to be terrified, and the history between the families becomes impossible to ignore. The judge listens closely as the stakes climb sharply.
they filed a report. She provided me with an incident number.
How long ago was this?
This was she said July. It was in July. I can attempt to follow up with the responding agency. I'm not sure if it was the sheriff's office or not, but I mean, either way, there is like a history between these two families. And the complainant and his mother are both in fear of the defendant.
So, Mr. Alexander,
I would again submit that this family lives around the corner from us. We have never been approached. He lives at home with me. In July, we actually were in Panama for his 18th birthday. We weren't even home. There was never a time he was kicked out of my house.
were you out in Panama the entire month?
We were out in Panama from July 10th until the beginning of August, yes. So,
Well, that's not the entire month.
well, most of the month, excuse me. And in addition to that, no one has come to investigate anything at my house.
Okay, so, Mr. Alexander, I'm issuing a protective order over this child. this other kid. You're not allowed to have contact with this person or go within 200 feet of where they live or where they work. Do you understand, sir? You're not allowed to be in possession of weapons. You're not allowed to have any kind of threatening or harassing behavior with this child. If they call back and they say that you have harassed them, then I will revoke the bond and I'm going to put you in jail. And I'm going to tell you now, I will not give you any more PR bonds. So all I'm asking you to do is stay away. No one is finding you guilty now. We're just asking that you guys separate and don't have any contact. That's it. I am going to put an ankle monitor so I know that you're not going anywhere near their house. But like I said, I'll cover the cost of anything so it won't cost you guys anything. You must charge this thing on a daily basis, Mr. Alexander. If you don't charge it, the battery goes dead. Then we will file a motion to revoke. Not a motion to revoke, but I'll revoke the bond. So as it stands now, what we'll do is I will send you now for a drug test. We're going to have you come back. I want to know what, if anything, is in it. And then I will provide you between now and then a lawyer, and we'll go from there. Do you have any other questions?
That family is in possession of my bicycle, not his, it's mine. They actually stole that from him. You know, I would like my bike back.
There's proper channels to do it. I don't know how, but as it stands now, he can't go over there, can't have any contact with them whatsoever. You know, and I would venture to guess that if you go over there as well, it's probably going to be even more bad blood. So
No, I don't have any.
perhaps you can find someone else, like another intermediary, that can go over there and try to get a bike back. But at this point, just don't have any contact with them. And when you come back, then we'll have you speak to someone. Okay? All right. I'm going to have you sign a Go ahead.
Want to do today?
Correct. Yes. Mr. Alexander, I want you to either get a job or get into school full time. But when you have too much time on your hands, you become self-destructive. Your brain craves activity. It needs activity. And when you don't challenge yourself with either school or a job or anything, then bad things are they're just gonna come and happen. You have to occupy your life. You have to do something. Where we're headed now, you're going the opposite way of how you should be doing things. This is not a good way to start at 18.
Everything reaches its final shape. The judge issues a protective order, adds GPS monitoring, imposes strict no-contact rules, and warns that one wrong move means jail with no second chances. Even a simple request about a bicycle becomes a reminder that he can't go near the other family. The judge closes with a push for school or work, marking a clear crossroad in his life. As always, if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next video.